The world's most sensitive oil choke point is back in focus. As tensions simmer between Washington and Tehran, the United States has issued fresh guidance to commercial vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow stretch of water through which nearly a fifth of the world's oil supply flows. The warning comes amid rising uncertainty over Iran's nuclear program and growing fears that diplomacy could once again give way to confrontation. U.S. authorities are urging American-flagged vessels to stay as far away from Iran's territorial waters as possible, without compromising navigational safety, a clear signal of heightened alert in one of the planet's most volatile maritime corridors. The guidance also lays bare the risks at sea. If Iranian forces attempt to board a vessel, crews are advised to verbally refuse permission, but not to resist if the boarding goes ahead. It further said, and I quote, U.S.-flagged commercial vessels should coordinate voyage planning with U.S. Naval Forces Central Command, Naval Cooperation and Guidance for Shipping, and NAGCOGS, and consider their recommendations and guidance whenever possible. It is recommended that U.S.-flagged commercial vessels transit these waters with their Automatic Identification System (AIS) transponders on, unless specifically advised otherwise by NAVCENT NAGCOGS. Some vessel seizures by Iranian forces were claimed to be a result of vessels not transmitting on AIS. American citizens abroad should inform the nearest U.S. embassy or consulate of their plans to transit the area and/or update their information via the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. U.S.-flagged commercial vessels operating in these waters are advised to conduct a pre-voyage risk assessment, exercise caution, and monitor VHF Channel 16. In the event of any attack, incident, or suspicious activity, immediately activate the Ship Security Alert System, contact the U.S. Fifth Fleet Battle Watch, and contact the United Kingdom Maritime Trade Office. U.S.-flagged commercial vessels should register with the UK MTO 24 hours prior to entering the Indian Ocean Voluntary Reporting Area, shown on the UK Hydrographic Office Maritime Security Chart Q6099, utilizing the initial report and subsequent reports. Include estimated times of arrival at the Strait of Hormuz, Bab el-Mandeb Strait, or Suez Canal in the destination and estimated time of arrival field of the report, and add additional comments as needed in the same destination field. These reports will automatically be forwarded to NAVCENT NAGCOGS. Vessels operating in this area are advised to include the NAVCENT NAGCOGS watch on all update and incident report emails. Answer all VHF calls from coalition navies. Vessels should be aware that U.S. and other coalition naval forces may conduct maritime awareness calls, queries, and approaches to ensure the safety of vessels transiting these listed waters. Due to the risks of piracy, kidnapping, hijacking, and robbery while operating within U.S. Coast Guard-designated high-risk waters, U.S.-flagged commercial vessels are required to comply with the guidelines for U.S. vessels operating in high-risk waters contained in the U.S. Coast Guard Maritime Security Directive 104-6. Iran has repeatedly threatened to shut down the Strait of Hormuz in the past and has seized commercial ships and oil tankers, accusing them of smuggling. Now those long-standing threats are colliding with renewed nuclear diplomacy. Iran's top diplomat says talks with the United States, mediated by Oman, are off to a good start, raising cautious hopes that the region may yet step back from the brink. But the pressure remains intense. Washington insists any deal must go beyond Iran's nuclear ambitions, extending to ballistic missiles, regional militias, and human rights. And President Donald Trump has escalated the economic front, signing an executive order imposing a 25% tariff on any country that buys Iranian goods, directly or indirectly, a warning to Iran and to the world.
As oil tankers continue to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, the message is unmistakable. Diplomacy may be back on the table, but the risks at sea and beyond are far from over.
Tensions are rising once again in the Middle East region. Iran's Revolutionary Guards have seized 2 foreign crude oil tankers, accusing them of fuel smuggling. This comes at a moment of heightened confrontation with the United States. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps says it has seized 2 oil tankers in Gulf waters for allegedly smuggling fuel. According to Iran's semi-official Tasnim news agency, the vessels were carrying foreign crews, though their flags and nationalities were not disclosed. Iranian authorities claim more than 1 million liters of smuggled fuel were found aboard the 2 tankers. Tasnim reports that 15 foreign crew members have been detained and referred to Iran's judiciary. The vessels were intercepted near Iran's Farsi Island in the Persian Gulf following what the guards described as months of surveillance and intelligence operations. The seizure comes amid escalating regional tensions after Washington dispatched a naval group to the Gulf following Iran's deadly response to anti-government protests.
Given the complete and comprehensive dominance of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy, the 2nd Naval District of the Persian Gulf, exercising its full authority and extensive oversight, became fully aware of the movements and transit of 2 vessels involved in fuel smuggling operations. Consequently, with a valid judicial order, these 2 vessels were apprehended and seized approximately within the designated operational zone of Iqtidar Island and Barsi Island.
Following a judicial order, this ship vessel was transferred to Bushehr, and a substantial quantity of over 1 million liters of smuggled diesel fuel was subsequently handed over to the National Iranian Oil Refining and Distribution Company. In connection with this incident, 15 foreign crew members from these 2 vessels were apprehended and are currently in the custody of the judicial authorities to complete the necessary legal procedures.
Iran has repeatedly targeted tankers it accuses of participating in illicit fuel trade across the Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz. The strait remains one of the world's most critical energy choke points, handling a significant share of global oil and liquefied natural gas shipments. Officials say this is the latest in a series of similar tanker seizures in recent months. With fuel prices in Iran among the lowest globally, smuggling petroleum products to neighboring countries remains highly profitable and increasingly dangerous.